Hey, my name is Amba and I'm a yogi over 20 years now. Today you want to have either a chair or a cushion. We are exploring breathing, which is in yoga, of course, long and slow and deep. So today we're gonna explore the breath of fire, how we sit when we are doing our exercises, breathing or meditation or so on. So what does it mean that your back needs to be straight? Why is the breath in yoga long and deep? Be it asana practice or meditation, everybody says deep breathing. So what it does to us, this deep breathing, it calms our minds and balances our emotions. So it basically harmonizes the body, the mind, and the spirit. And of course, this teaching, we can take it out of our mats for everyday situations. So it gives us ability to control the emotions, gives us also ability to think clearly and effectively. So the slower your breath, the calmer your mind. And we can use long, slow breathing as self-healing tool as well. And in yoga, we mostly always breathe through nose, and we have to keep our spine straight, especially when we are meditating, because if we are sitting for a longer time, we need to keep the steady posture. And about the breathing, according to yoga, we all have certain amount of breaths to use during our lifetime. So slower and longer our breaths are equals longer lifespan. And it has kind of sort of science behind, at least the yogic science, because the slower our breathing rate is, it's easier to our nervous system and our metabolism, also to our metabolism and digestion. Yoga also teaches us that if you control your breath, you also control your mind. Control your mind and emotions. So state of mind and breathing go hand in hand. Slower the breath equals more control over our minds. So mind follows the breath and body follows the mind. And keep your focus on inhales and exhales. So let's practice that deep breath. Inhale and start filling your belly, lower lungs first. And now notice how your belly moves. And then you breathe more. It is followed by the ribs, and last the chest comes up. And when we exhale, we start from the belly, the exhalation, and then the rib cage and the chest comes down last. So we should take a few of these breaths before our asana practice and breathing exercises. Also, it's good to take those deep breaths before we go to sleep, because that helps us to uh, to catch the sleep better. And when we feel upset or anxious or so forth, so this practice calms the mind. So we should practice few deep breaths in all these situations. And of course, before meditation. So how we keep the spine erect for meditation and otherwise. And it allows also sit longer periods of time, even several hours. So you sit on your cushion or chair, and we straighten our backs so that we are sitting on both of our sit bones, and our weight is evenly on both sides. And then we straighten the back. So let me go here, because we can use either cushion or chair. So if you are using chair, the soles of your feet are on the mat or on the floor. And then what we do with this back, so now we feel that both sit bones, our weight is evenly, and then you start straightening the back. So you come up, and you can see that there's a curve here at the lower back. And then we have to straighten our neck and shoulders. So shoulders, you inhale, and you exhale, and you roll them down and relax them. Our chest opens when we do that. And then our chin, we just push kind of the chin back further. And then the neck comes to the straight line with the back. So if you want to sit on a cushion, you just sit on an easy pose. Or of course you can in full lotus if you are able to do it, if you are flexible enough. So when we have these legs crossed here, easy pose is called Sukhasana, and this space helps your posture, and it will open your hips. And even this pose can reduce stress, enhance the focus, and this is a very stable, steady pose. And I think I mentioned earlier that you can sit here for a few hours, and I can tell you that that is really true. I was just in satsang the other day, and we basically were sitting 2.5 hours, and I was really testing this, that I can do it. And this pose also strengthens your spine, because it engages all core muscles. But always listen to your body. And for this breath of fire, we're gonna put our hands in Venus lock. So it's basically the Western prayer position, but we don't cross our thumbs. So they are next to each other. And we're gonna take few diaphragmic breaths before we start this breath of fire. At the beginning, it's good to practice only maybe like 30 seconds. And we use slower pace. This breathing exercise is quite fast, but we are learning this, so we do short time and slower pace. And we should be concentrating on our navel point. So we start with a slower pace, but people who've been practicing this for years and longer time, so they can even do 120 to 180 pumps per minute. So if you've been practicing Kapalabhati, it's about same type of thing. So you are pumping your breath, and let's and I can link that Kapalabhati exercise to this video. And what are the benefits of this practice? So it strengthens our nervous system, and it purifies our blood stream. It stimulates and wakes you up. For example, in the morning, it's a good practice. This also increases your energy and vitality. So let's practice. Bring your hands to Venus lock. Straight, make sure your back is straight, neck is straight. And we're gonna inhale and start pumping. So that gives you some kind of idea. And thank you for practicing with me. And you can ask questions in the comments, and other comments are welcomed also. And if you find this helpful, please like and share to spread the info about the benefits of yoga with others. Thank you. Have a great day. Namaste.